Hey everyone, Brigitte Benson, your local real estate broker serving Humboldt and Delaware counties. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to go over how to buy a home. So watch the video to find out how. It came to my attention that I needed to do a video on how to buy a home because there are so many questions that people don't know about when going to buy a home. So let's go through the process of what it looks like when you start your home buying journey with me. First, we are going to meet in person. We're going to have a sit-down meeting so I can understand your goals and your needs. This is going to be crucial in setting you up for success and trying to help you find the home that you really want to live in. At our first meeting, we will go over the buyer-broker agreement. This is a new agreement, and you may have not heard about it yet. It is an agreement between you, the buyer, and your agent, helping you try to buy a house. This agreement came out last August 2024, and it's been going pretty smooth implementing this. I feel like it gives a lot of transparency. The full buyer-broker agreement is 14 pages. It's a lot of disclosures, but it lays out the floor plan for how we are going to work together. And it also goes over commissions because now in California, you will either have to pay your buyer agent their commission, or you will have the option to ask the seller to pay for your agent commission in the purchase agreement. That's when you make an offer. So at this first meeting, we will go over in detail this buyer-broker agreement. I want to make sure you fully understand it. And at that time, there are a lot of questions that get answered, and that helps you understand the buying process. After we go over that agreement, we will review that agreement. We will both sign the agreement and understand the relationship that we have going into the home buying journey. After you sign the agreement, we will then start to look at homes. You will have to provide a pre-approval within 5 days of signing the agreement. And that is, you have to go talk to the lender, show them your financials, and make sure that you're set up for buying a home. We want to be able to work with qualified buyers, and this helps feed out the buyers that are not quite ready to buy a home or aren't quite ready to talk to the lender. Buying a home really starts with the finances and knowing if you can afford the mortgage, and that's why it's crucial to talk to the lender. And we do not show homes until you have talked to the lender or you have shown sufficient proof of funds. So if you are a cash buyer, proof of funds would be a screenshot of your accounts showing that you can, in fact, purchase the homes that you're going to look at. The pre-approval letter will show your maximum purchase price. So it will say this client is approved for a maximum of $400,000. That gives us somewhere to start, and that means that we can start looking at homes. So we have our meeting, we get your proof of funds, which is either a pre-approval or your proof of cash funds, and then we start looking at homes. One way that I help my clients is I set them up with a search directly from our multiple listing service. And the multiple listing service is where all of the listings go, and then they feed out to Realtor and Zillow. And so I'll set you up with a search in your price range and the criteria that you're looking for. Maybe you want a 2-bedroom, maybe your maximum is I only want a half an acre, you don't want to maintain any more yard than that. We'll set that search up for you. So after we set your search up, we start looking at homes, and we look at however many homes we need to until you find the home that is right for you. I always say this is your journey, it's not mine. I'm just here to guide you and help you along the way. So it's very important to get inside the homes. You can look online all you want, you can do all your research, but until you get into that home, you're not really going to know how it feels being in that home, driving on the street. And so I really love to see homes with clients. And this can be the most fun part of real estate, is getting inside all these beautiful, wonderful homes. And then when the client finds a home that's right for them, it's magic. They kind of walk into that home and it's a feeling. I tell people a lot of it's just a feeling, especially if you're not searching for an investment property, but you're looking for your forever home, it's going to be how you feel in that space. And that's huge. So don't be afraid to go look at homes or call me to look at homes. That's going to be really important. After we find your house, your perfect house, we're going to make an offer on that house. And in the offer, we will go over all the terms. And it's called the residential purchase agreement. That is the offer that we give. And it's all your terms. We set these terms based on what you want and what's going to be good for you. And that's going to be setting you up for success. After you get your offer accepted, then we're going to go into what's called escrow. Escrow is the process of buying the house. And this is time specified per the agreement that you send and get accepted by the seller. Within 3 days of any accepted offer, you will have to have your deposit, it's called the earnest money deposit, into the title company, and that is held with the title company until you close the escrow and get the keys to your home. That money that is your deposit gets added towards your down payment, or in the event that you cancel, the buyer and the seller will have to sign a release of that deposit back to you, the buyer, or sometimes it can go back to the seller. It really depends on what is written in your contract. Now the real work happens. In California, buyers have 17 days to do their inspections per the contract, unless we change it. And so during the 17 days after your offer is accepted, we are going to be getting a home inspection, a pest inspection, maybe a roof inspection, maybe a sewer inspection, any inspections that we feel that we need, and the buyer is going to have to pay for these inspections. These are out of pocket expenses for the buyer. So you get your offer accepted, then you go through your inspections, and 17 days, we're getting all of those reports. At the end of the 17 days, you, the buyer, has a right to look at every inspection and then ask the seller for a request for repairs. This is a renegotiation part in the contract. And what this is you can ask the seller to either credit you money, reduce the price, or fix certain items that you found were wrong. If you give that request for repairs and the seller and you cannot agree, then you would have the right to cancel the contract based on the investigation contingency. So what if you negotiate a roof and the seller gives you that credit or reduces the price? You're good. You guys agree, you sign off on that request, the seller signs off, then we move forward to closing. So by the 17 days, you will know if it's a house for you because you've gotten all your inspections, you've gotten your appraisal, and at that time, yeah, I want this house, or you don't want it. So we move forward. We're going to closing, and the closing part is the title company, the lender, the realtors all working seamlessly together to make sure you get the keys on time. Part of my job as your buyer agent is to make sure that things are going smooth with your loan so that you can get the keys. There are so many factors that can pop up. And so working with a good realtor, you will be set and you'll be taken care of because that agent is going to foresee problems and catch them before they are a problem. And that's probably honestly the biggest thing that you can take from having an agent work with you. They do this all the time. They know the process and they're really going to guide you and hold your hand through it all. So that is kind of the process of buying a house. So you meet with me, we sign the buyer broker agreement, you get your pre-approval or show me proof of funds. We look at houses, we get your offer accepted, and then we go through our inspections. If we make it through inspections and the seller agrees to our request, then we move forward to closing and I get to give you the keys. That is the best part. So if you have questions about buying, the buying process, I know this was a quick video and it might all be kind of confusing still. So please reach out. I would love to meet you one-on-one and answer the questions that are specific to you and your goals. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Brigitte Benson, your trusted real estate broker serving Humboldt and Del Norte counties.